Welcome into the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I am your host, Namath Pitts, and we are continuing on this week, and we are talking football. Now, we just renovated our set to basketball, and we're getting in the swing of basketball season and wrestling season. But at the end of football season comes the all-county teams, becomes the all-area teams, becomes the all-state teams. And we are going to talk about the All-Calhoun County 1A through 3A team and the All-Calhoun County 4A through 6A teams that were released yesterday, and also talk about the All-3A Region 4 team that was released yesterday as well. And so again, I want to welcome you into the locker room. I am your host, Namath Pitts, and again, I'm so thankful that you guys choose to be here with us each and every day, right here at 5 p.m. weekdays, Monday through Friday. And so we've got some highlights, though. We are going to show you of the winning coaches team for Class 1A through 3A and the winning coach for Class 4A through 6A. And as always, those highlights are presented by Lindsay Barger of Really Real Real Estate. Do you love where you live? Well, let me tell you, together with Lindsay Barger, we can help make your home dreams a reality. Also, are you ready to buy or sell? Because together with Lindsay Barger, we can help, again, make your home dreams a reality. She specializes in home buying, selling, and investing. Whether you want to buy a personal home, buy land to build a dream home, sell a rental home, or just buy a home to flip and resell, Lindsay Barger is your friend through it all. She would love to guide you in the process, so call her today at 256-441-2389. Call her for all your real estate needs, and do not forget to like and follow her on Facebook and Instagram at lindsaybarger.realtor. Thank you for joining us today. EAN News is tonight at 6:30 p.m. John Holder has your local weather, Mike Stedham and Katie Owers with your local news, and I bring you your local sports. We're going to have a special guest in studio today, Darren Spruill of Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics. He's going to talk about a big game this weekend for them. It's a big all-star game, and I'm excited to talk with Darren about that. But first, we are going to talk about the All-Calhoun County Football Team. Now, this team is selected. I'm not positive on this, but I believe that this team is selected by Joe Medley, who is for EA Sports Today. And as always, this is one of the biggest county awards of the year. It is always given out. There's always certificates, trophies, everything that's given out. And so this year's team, we're going to start with Class 1A through 3A, and we're going to take you out to the hill to see the highlights of Jabari Williams, the 1A, 3A Player of the Year is Jabari Williams, the running back for Walter Welborn. And then the Coach of the Year for Class 1A through 3A was head coach Jeff Smith. Now, Welborn running back Jabari Williams had a heck of a season. He rushed for 1,642 yards, and he had 16 touchdowns. And that got him first team all running back. Now, or that got him the Player of the Year, I should say, for 1A through 3A. Now, the first team on offense at quarterback from Piedmont, Cole Wilson. Running back from Ohatchee, Nate Jones. Running back from Sax, Dorian Walker. I'm going through the first team. This is first team all offense for Class 1A through 3A. Wide receiver Ishmael Bethel of Piedmont. Wide receiver Keyshawn Allen of Weaver. Wide receiver Colby Hester of Ohatchee. The fullback / tight end from Sax, Mykese Gaffney. Then the offensive line, first team all offensive line for Class 1A through 3A, Will Phillips of Walter Welborn, Jaquay Jutkins of Sax, Jeremiah Jones from Pleasant Valley, Sam Tolbert from Piedmont, and Tristan Kiker from Ohatchee. Now let's talk defense. All first team defense for Class 1A through 3A. Defensive line, Connor Crump from Pleasant Valley. Chance Murphy, defensive lineman from Piedmont. Fisher Adams, we're going to talk a little bit more about him, who's a defensive lineman for Piedmont. Defensive lineman from Welborn, J. Silas Montgomery. Linebacker Luke Reinhardt from Piedmont. Linebacker Raymond Williams from Welborn. Linebacker Brennan Talley from Welborn. And linebacker Samuel Duncan from Pleasant Valley. Defensive back from Sax, Christian Smith. Defensive back from Pleasant Valley, Hunter Sparks. Defensive back Trevor Pike from Piedmont. And defensive back Clark Hill from Pleasant Valley. That is your first team, 1A through 3A, offense and defense. Now for athletes. Let's talk about the athletes for All-Calhoun County 1A through 3A. The athletes that made the team, Holt Bentley from Pleasant Valley, Braxton Salster from Pleasant Valley, Kyle Bright from Welborn, Caden Gooden from Weaver, Jesse Baswell from Ohatchee, Ethan Carroll from Welborn, Hayes Farrell from Donahoe, McLean Mahone from Piedmont, Kel Alston from Piedmont. The specialist, kicker from Piedmont, Chase Cardelli, and long snapper Tyler Rutger from Sax. Now, quickly, That's your first team, all Calhoun County 1A through 3A. I'm not going to go over the second teams, just the first teams. I'm not going to go over the second teams or the honorable mentions. That is your 1A through 3A all Calhoun County team. Player of the year, Jabari Williams. Again, Jabari Williams, 1,642 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns. And the head coach of the year was Jeff Smith, who had a big year, won an area championship, region championship, first one at Welborn. He won 100 wins at Welborn. He did that at Welborn. He became the winningest coach in Welborn football history. Although things may not have ended the way as Welborn would like, they did lose in the first round. Head coach Jeff Smith, much deserving, being the 1A, 3A coach of the year. Now, there's also, speaking of Welborn, they play in Class 3A Region 4. And we have the All 3A Region 4 team that was also announced yesterday. Now, I believe we have a picture of the region. There it is. So let's break down this all-region team, again, presented by the AHSAA 3A Region 4 Player of the Year. Well, no surprise here. Jabari Williams of Walter Welborn, Region Champion Player of the Year. Offensive MVP, Avion Willis of Randolph County. The defensive MVP from Dadeville is Tajavion Burns, also known as TJ Burns. And the coach of the year for 3A Region 4 was, well, they made a good jump. They improved this season, and that was Matt Johnson of Beulah. Walter Welborn, all 3A Region 4 players was Kyle Bright, Ethan Carroll, Dozier Hayes, J. Silas Montgomery, Will Phillips, Brennan Talley, Kendavius Truss, and Raymond Williams. All 3A Region 4 from Sachs, Mykese Gaffney, Jaquay Judkins, Shannon Noel, and Dorian Walker. From Weaver, Keyshawn Allen, Caden Gooden, Caden Green, Gabe King. And then from Randolph County, Tristan Chappell, Devon Fuller, Tyler McNair, Matthew White, Trent Wilson, Maurice Winston, and Gavin Wortham. Dadeville, Gavin Abernathy, Lane Chaka, Levi Childers, Brandez Eason, Corday Jefferson, Ty Loring. Childersburg, Ethan McKinney, Chris Swain, Devin Williams, and from Beulah, Hunter Brown, Bronson Dubose, Demarion Foreman, Wes Grant, and MJ Walton. Honorable mentions in Class 3A Region 4 was Trey Downs from Welborn, Andrew Salter from Welborn, Noah Screws from Welborn, Blaine Barber from Randolph County, Ian Bennett from Beulah, Matthew Kite from Beulah, Jamoris Young from Sachs, Nick Mixon from Sachs, Benton Baker from Dadeville, Markevius Wilkerson from Dadeville, Richard Knowlton from Weaver, and Caden Thornton from Weaver. That's your all Class 3A Region 4 team. All right, let's continue on the locker room. We've got a pretty cool story here. We talked about it a little bit at bits and pieces, but it's esports. Now, again, esports is something that competes statewide. It's an AHSA sanctioned sport, and you can play whether it's Mario Kart, whether it's Rocket League, whether it's Madden, 2K. The games vary for esports, but the Piedmont Bulldogs had two special players that made the state playoffs. Here they are. You see them right there. Congratulations to Noah Farmer and Fisher Adams. Noah Farmer and Fisher Adams made the AHSA state playoffs for esports in Madden. So those two are getting ready to compete in the playoffs again for esports. And big congratulations again to those two right there. Again, we just said it, Noah Farmer, Fisher Adams, who will be ready to compete in the AHSA state playoffs for Madden. And I got to tell you what, guys, if y'all want to get some practice in before the playoffs start, I'd be glad to play either one of you. I'm probably not going to win, but I would still love to give you guys my best shot. Congratulations. Coach McMath does a great job being the one that kind of heads up the esports at Piedmont. And we wish them to the best of luck. And hopefully, if one of them makes the state championship, I would love to make a trip down to Birmingham to that esports arena and cover those championship games. Good luck to both of those Piedmont Bulldogs. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk all Calhoun County football for Class 4A through 6A. The head coach, not a surprise. Don't go away. You're watching The Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space? Whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down, Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
Welcome to Room by Room Home Furnishings, a locally owned and operated furniture store located in Oxford, Alabama. We've been serving Northeast Alabama and the surrounding area since 2007. We offer stylish and affordable new arrivals and all the top trends to help you get a cozy and homey atmosphere with hand-picked home furnishings and decor to fit anybody's style and budget with knowledge, personality, and good vibes. Let Room by Room in Oxford, Alabama help you score amazing deals and turn your house into a home.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the locker room each and every day. Ted's Floors and Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by their showroom there in Anniston and you can pick out what you like, want, and need, and they can do that there at Ted's. Also, they've got their partnership with Welburn Cabinet and will offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, tile showers. They can get it done there at Ted's Floors and Beyond, and now they offer you work on your outdoor space. Whether it's an outdoor kitchen, patio, or living space, they have specially made outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. Go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston on Highway 431, right before you get to Sachs Elementary School, or visit them online at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the locker room. Welcome back into the locker room. We continue on this Thursday afternoon, getting ready to beat the rain that's headed in, hopefully this evening. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at the weather. That's just the buzz around town. John Holder knows more. So if you want to hear more about the weather, make sure you join in EAN News tonight at 6:30 p.m. Again, John Holder, weather on your street. He's going to have his maps and all that fancy stuff he does over there on his weather newscast. I just bring you sports. We're talking basketball, baby. We're talking wrestling. We got the best, but we're talking football right now in the locker room. And the all Class 1A through 3A team was announced a minute ago. Jabari Williams, Player of the Year. Jeff Smith, Coach of the Year. But what about Class 4A through 6A? Well, our Coach of the Year is the head coach of the Oxford Yellow Jackets, Sam Adams. Congratulations to Coach Sam Adams for being the Class 4A through 6A Coach of the Year. I got a chance to catch up with Coach Adams each week on the Oxford Coaches Corner and get to just know him a little bit more, get a little bit closer to that program. So congratulations to Sam Adams on being the Class 4A through 6A Coach of the Year. The Player of the Year was the quarterback for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles, Jim Ogles. Jim Ogle was the Class 1A or Class 4A through 6A Player of the Year, and this is his stats. All right, now 210 of 311 passes for 3,095 yards, 44 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions. And he is currently committed to play football for the University of Troy, and he led the Golden Eagles to the Class 4A quarterfinals for only the second time in school history. All right, let's go ahead and talk about our first team starting at quarterback. From the Oxford Yellow Jackets, it's quarterback Mason Mims. Quarterback Mason Mims is quarterback, and we've got some highlights. There he is right there. Highlights are presented by Lindsey Barger of Really Real Real Estate. So Mason Mims is your quarterback for Oxford. He is the first team quarterback. The first team running back is Jaden Thomas of the Oxford Yellow Jackets. The first team running back is DK Wilson of Oxford. And the first team running back is Zay English of Jacksonville. So 2 Oxford Yellow Jacket running backs and quarterback making the first team 4A through 6A. At wide receiver, Kamari Hampton of Oxford, Nick Richardson of Oxford, and Kedrick Fisher of Jacksonville. Fullback / tight end was Jackson Bonner of Jacksonville. Offensive line, Ben Pridgeon of Jacksonville, Braden Ball of Jacksonville, Sharante Bailey of Anniston, Kevin Wheat of Oxford, and Rashad Cunningham of Oxford. That is your first team all offense for Class 4A through 6A. First team defense, for defensive line, Keenan Britt of Oxford, Donovan Jones of Oxford, defensive lineman Lewis Bittix of Jacksonville, and Kamar Holder of Anniston. At linebacker, James Tapley of Oxford, Hudson Gilman of Oxford, and Charlie Wright of Jacksonville, and Ryan Mitchell of Jacksonville. That is your linebackers. Defensive backs, some talented ones, by the way. Jaden Dobbins of Anniston, Rodney Peary of White Plains, Latravion Figures of Oxford, and Judd Sire of Oxford. Athletes, Dylan Barksdale of White Plains, Jaden J. Money Lewis of Anniston, DeMonte Sinclair of Jacksonville. Specialists, no surprise here. Kicker, Cleet Forrest of Alexandria, and long snapper, Caleb Folsom of Alexandria. That is your first team, 4A through 6A. Your player of the year, Jim Ogles again, 3,095 yards passing, 44 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, threw his 150th touchdown pass at Jacksonville. Is it 100 or 150? I think it's 150. And the head coach for Class 4A through 6A is Sam Adams of the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Now, I want to go back to something. I'm going to throw a wrench here to our production team, but I want to go back to the Piedmont E-Sports team that we were talking about a minute ago. And we're going to show you those two guys again that are getting ready for the playoffs. I've got your state matchups for the first round of esports. So the number 1 seed for the playoffs is going to be Bob Jones High School's Robinson. Bob Jones High School's Robinson is the number 1 seed, and he's going to be facing off against the number 16 seed of, it looks like Athens High School. I'm not positive on that. But anyway, so the 8th seed is STP Madden B against STP Madden C. And then Piedmont's Adams right there that you see in the picture. Again, we talked about him getting ready. He is going to be the 13th seed in the state playoffs. And so right there, that's going to be Fisher Adams, and he is going to face off against the 4th seed, which is from Bob Jones High School, Nowicki. And then we keep moving down. James Clemens Fortson's the 12th seed going head-to-head with Rab. The 2 seeds, Clumsy, going head-to-head with Northridge Vikings player. And then for Noah Farmer, he's the 7th seed, and he'll be facing off against Burton, who's the 10th seed. The school that Burton is from, to be honest with you guys, I don't know the logo, so I can't tell you the team, but he is facing Burton. That's the last name of the person he'll be going head-to-head with. And then the 3 seeds, Consequences, that's his name. He'll be facing off against Stanhope Elmore's Daniel S.E. And then the 6th seed is Tri-Steve going head-to-head against STP Madden A. That is your playoff matchups. And those games, guys, are actually going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow at 4 p.m., Adams of Piedmont, Fisher Adams, is going to go head-to-head against Nowicki of Bob Jones High School. Also tomorrow will be STP Madden B of St. Paul's Episcopal School. Will be going head-to-head against another St. Paul's player. And then WP Davidson High School's Consequences will be going head-to-head against Daniel S.E. of Stanhope Elmore. The other games, again, it says that it's going to be at 8 p.m. tomorrow. I'll double-check on this. This is what the state playoff schedule says. But it says that Noah Farmer is going to be playing at 8 o'clock against Russell County High School. So he's facing off against Russell County's Burton. Now, I don't know if these games are at home or if they're at the school. I just sent out a message to try to get some information on that, and we'll see if we can broadcast those. But if either one of these guys wins, we would love to continue to cover them throughout the season. But that's your esports playoffs. Congratulations to those two. But hey, when we come back, we've got a guest in studio, Darren Spruill from Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics, and we're going to talk about the All-Star game that is taking place this weekend. Don't go away. When we come back, Darren Spruill, you're watching The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Welcome back into the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm your host, Namath Pitts. We have been talking football throughout the show today, and we are now joined in studio by Darren Spruill of Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics. And Darren, we have covered Northeast Youth Athletics all season long, and the season is officially over. We've got a big event taking place this weekend, but before we get to the big event, let's just talk about the season as a whole and kind of recap it.
What a season. What a great season. First of all, thank you for you guys coming out and doing such a great job and helping get some spotlight on these young kids here in these games. But we were very nervous with the season coming in, but it ended up going very well with so many teams coming in. And we were very pleased with the results. We were very pleased with the playoffs. A lot of good games that went on throughout the season. And if you're looking for a good game to pick up on a Saturday morning, come on out to these games because these kids are playing their tails off for them out there. It's a good season.
Absolutely. We're going to talk more about the games that are taking place this weekend. But Darren, one thing that I really liked about you guys was the format for the playoffs. You made sure every team was included in a playoff format in some way, whether it was the gold bracket, which was 1 through 4, or it was the silver bracket with 5, 6, and 7. Just talk about kind of the playoffs. How you felt like the playoffs ended. You were at Oxford for the silver bracket games. I was at Alexandria for the gold bracket games, so I didn't get to make it out to Oxford. But just talk about the turnout for the playoffs, talk about the success and the feedback you guys have gotten since things ended.
Turnout was incredible to match the games as you're seeing on the screen now. Just some incredible games out there for the teams. Very, very, very supportive group. The fans were incredible. We were very blessed to have that support from them, and just some great games. I was down in Oxford for the 5th, 6th, and 7th place teams, the silver division, and we had games that went to double overtime. We had games that single overtime. It was just a well participated in little playoffs, and again, it was something for everybody, just something for the kids to keep playing, and our way to say, hey guys, we love what you're doing, we want you to keep playing, and here's a little extra for you.
All right, we've got big games this weekend, all-star games, so the season is not officially over quite yet because there's going to be 2 games which right now are planned to be at Jacksonville State University.
Yes, sir.
It's the Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics All-Star Game. Why don't you go ahead and tell us more about that?
Yes, sir. This is one of the ones for Chris and I that means the most. We are doing a toy drive, the entrance for the event. There is no fee. You can make a monetary donation or you can make an unwrapped toy donation at the gate. And that's what we were wanting to do this whole time, was just to continue to give back to the community. But this game is really just for all of the seniors and on all of the teams throughout the league. Each team, the first place team gets a little bit more than the second place team, third place team, so on and so forth. But each team will have a representation on the field for the All-Star game. We'll provide white jerseys and blue jerseys for the 2 teams with our logo on it and their names on the back. and just a nice little way for them to say, hey, you've been with us all these years. We thank you for your commitment to the sport. And we look forward to watching you on the junior high or the high school fields in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So this game is all sixth graders, just
Correct.
to be very clear.
Yes,
no
sir.
fifth graders.
Correct.
Completely sixth graders. And what time are these games getting started?
The big school game is at 9:30. The small school game is at 10:30. We are monitoring weather, and we will hope to make a decision on that. It is at Jacksonville State with artificial turf field, so we're hoping that we'll be able to do this out there. But we will keep updated on our webpage, on our Facebook page, Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics. But we'll make the decision as late as possible because we really want to do it at Jacksonville State.
And if for some reason weather is not pretty, for some reason weather decides to create some chaos in terms of this All-Star game, what's the plan B?
That one we're kind of in we're looking for an alternative place for possibly Sunday, looking to do it on Sunday, but with it being the time of year that it is, right after Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays, a lot of people are not available as much. So we're really, really hoping that Mother Nature watches out for us and holds off on the rain a little bit on Saturday morning.
Well, John Holder certainly can tell you guys more about the weather on EAN News tonight at 6:30 p.m. He'll be monitoring things as well with playoff football tomorrow for the state. But Darren, let's talk about, you kind of mentioned how these teams are chosen. If you finish first place, obviously you got more selections and then so forth, so forth. But what about the coaching staffs? How was the coaching staffs put together for these games?
Similarly done. First place coach was coaching the All-Star first and third place teams are together. Second, fourth, and fifth place teams and seventh place teams are together. So the second place coach of the division would be the opposite coach. The first place coach would be, I think, the white coach, and the second place coach is the blue coach. And then they've got assistants from each of those teams on there helping them out. Just trying to get ready to have a good game.
Yeah. Now the biggest goal of this game is not really the All-Star game itself, it's the toy drive. Now this isn't a Toys for Tots because you can't, officially call it that, but the admission to get into this game is a toy. The goal is to give back during Christmas time, buy gifts for families. So really talk about the vision behind this and kind of what you guys do with the toys that you received Saturday.
Yes, sir. What we're doing with those is we've got a couple of families that we've sponsored that we're looking to help out with, and then we're just looking to some of the sponsors from here have said that they'll match whatever we raise. They'll match it. That, like I said, Christmas time is special for everyone, and we're just wanting to try to help make it a little bit more special for some families here with the help of the community. And Calhoun County has been incredible in all of the years that I've lived here, 32 years. I've never been surprised by the volunteering and the donations and things that Calhoun County has done in the past. So we're looking forward to you guys doing it again on Saturday.
Well, Calhoun County's been great in my 23 years of living. So, Darren, finally, last question, and this is away from Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics. You also help with Anniston Pard Sports.
Yes,
you
sir.
help with soccer out at Fort McClellan. You help with the Aquatic Center, basketball, different things. Talk about the things you guys got going on in the city of Anniston in terms of just sports, youth sports. I know you guys have basketball registration going on right now. Just talk about how the ones that are in Anniston can get involved more.
Yes, sir. We are doing Anniston registration. We've extended registration to December 9th. On December 9th, we'll have a skills clinic at the Aquatic and Fitness Center. 9 to 10:15 is the 8U. 9 to 10 is the 10U, 10:15 to 11:15 is the 10U, and 12U is 11:30 to 12:30. Skills clinic and a draft, and just a lot of fun for the kids to play. And we're doing that next Saturday, along with we have a tot basketball for the 1.5 to 3-year-olds and the under 6. So come on in. It's nice and warm inside, and enjoy some basketball.
All right, Darren, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics on the season after the All-Star game this Saturday. And that is going to do it for the Locker Room today. But make sure to be back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. as we close out the week and get ready for a big weekend of wrestling. But as always, I'm Namath Pitts. Thank you for watching the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.